What's up, crypto fam? Today we've got some breaking news that could change your portfolio forever. According to Bitwise's head of research, the market just hit a major turning point and we're looking at 4 huge crypto policy changes that will shake things up. Plus, why a strategic Bitcoin reserve is almost guaranteed to happen, and what it means for your investments. Crypto is volatile, it's risky, it's the Wild West out there. And you're right, it can be. But here's the thing, the potential upside is huge. We're talking life-changing gains, so buckle up, because in this video, we're diving deep into the world of crypto. Let's dive in. Okay, let's talk about institutional adoption. This is huge, guys. We're talking about the big players, BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, even old-school institutions like insurance companies and pension funds are pouring billions of dollars into crypto. Why? Because they're seeing the writing on the wall. They know that crypto is the future of finance and they don't want to be left behind. These institutions are seeing the potential for massive returns, and they're willing to bet big to get a piece of the pie. And it's not just Bitcoin. They're investing in Ethereum, DeFi, NFTs, the whole crypto ecosystem. This is a massive vote of confidence in the future of this technology. The smart money is already in, and it's only a matter of time before the rest of the world catches on. This institutional adoption is creating a snowball effect. So if you're still on the fence about crypto, ask yourself this. Do you want to be on the sidelines watching as the rest of the world gets rich, or do you want to be a part of the revolution? Alright, now let's talk about you and me, the retail investors. We're the little guys, but guess what? We're about to become a huge force in the crypto market. Why? 2 words, Bitcoin ETFs. Right now, the SEC is under immense pressure to approve a Bitcoin ETF. And when that happens, and it's not a matter of if, but when, it's going to open the floodgates for everyday investors to get in on the action. Right now, buying Bitcoin can be a bit of a hassle. But with a Bitcoin ETF, you'll be able to buy Bitcoin just like you buy a stock. You can just log into your brokerage account and buy Bitcoin with a few clicks. And when that happens, we're going to see a massive influx of retail money pouring into the crypto market. Millions of people who were hesitant to buy Bitcoin before will finally have a familiar and easy way to invest. So get ready, because the retail wave is coming, and it's going to be massive. Let's dive deeper into these Bitcoin ETFs because they're a game changer. Imagine this. You're sitting at home, sipping your coffee, and you see on CNBC that the SEC has finally approved a Bitcoin ETF. What happens next? Well, first, you'll probably spit out your coffee in excitement. But more importantly, you'll have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get in on the ground floor of something truly revolutionary. See, ETFs, or exchange-traded funds, are nothing new. They've been around for decades, and they offer a simple and accessible way to invest in a basket of assets, like stocks or bonds. But a Bitcoin ETF? That's a whole new ballgame. It means that Bitcoin will finally be recognized as a legitimate asset class, just like gold or real estate. And that's a big deal, because it means that institutional investors, who control trillions of dollars, will finally have a regulated and familiar way to invest in Bitcoin. Chapter 4. Governments can't stop this train. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Governments, I know governments and crypto haven't always had the smoothest relationship. But here's the thing. Governments are starting to realize that they can't ignore crypto any longer. In fact, they're starting to see the potential benefits of embracing this technology. Take tax regulations, for example. Yes, governments are cracking down on crypto taxes, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It means that they're taking crypto seriously, that they're recognizing it as a legitimate asset class. And some governments are even going a step further, offering tax incentives for green crypto mining operations. They're realizing that crypto can actually be a force for good, helping to reduce carbon emissions and promote renewable energy. Chapter 5, Strategic Bitcoin Reserves, the Future of National Wealth. Alright, let's talk about something that's going to blow your mind. Strategic Bitcoin Reserves. Remember when countries used to hoard gold as a way to protect their wealth and hedge against inflation? Well, guess what? Bitcoin is quickly becoming the new gold. In fact, some countries like El Salvador have already made Bitcoin legal tender. They're recognizing that Bitcoin is a scarce digital asset that's not controlled by any government or institution. And they're starting to accumulate Bitcoin as part of their national reserves. Why? Because they understand that Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation, a store of value, and a strategic asset in an increasingly digital world. Let's break it down. First, inflation. We all know that fiat currencies like the US dollar are prone to inflation. Governments can print more money whenever they want, which devalues the currency and erodes your purchasing power. But Bitcoin is different. Chapter 6. Bitcoin, the ultimate safe haven asset. Let's face it, the world is a crazy place right now. We've got geopolitical uncertainty, economic instability, and let's not forget about inflation. It's enough to make anyone want to bury their money in the backyard. But here's the thing. There's a better way to protect your wealth, and that's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is quickly becoming the ultimate safe haven asset, a digital fortress for your hard-earned money. Why? Because it's decentralized, censorship-resistant, and scarce. First, decentralization. Bitcoin isn't controlled by any government, central bank, or financial institution. It's a truly global currency, operating on a decentralized network that's spread across thousands of computers around the world. That means that no single entity can control it, manipulate it, or shut it down. Now I know what you're thinking, Graham, this all sounds too good to be true. Is it really possible for Bitcoin to change the world? And you know what? You're right to be skeptical. After all, we've seen plenty of hyped-up technologies fizzle out over the years. But here's the thing about Bitcoin, it's not just a technology, it's a movement, it's a revolution, and it's following a very specific pattern, the adoption curve. Think about the internet back in the 1990s. At first it was just a niche technology used by academics and tech enthusiasts, but then, something interesting happened. Let's talk about two words that should make every investor's heart skip a beat: scarcity and demand. When you combine these two forces, you get a recipe for explosive growth. And guess what? Bitcoin has both in spades. First, scarcity. We've talked about this ad nauseum, but it's worth repeating. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, that's it. No more, no less. This fixed supply is hard-coded into Bitcoin's protocol, and it's one of the main reasons why Bitcoin is so valuable. It's like digital gold, but even more scarce. Now let's talk about demand. Look, I know that I've thrown a lot of information at you today. We've talked about institutional adoption, Bitcoin ETFs, government regulations, strategic Bitcoin reserves, the adoption curve, scarcity, demand. It's a lot to process. But here's the bottom line. Bitcoin is changing the world. It's a revolutionary technology that has the potential to disrupt traditional finance, empower individuals, and create a more equitable and accessible financial system for everyone. And right now we're still in the early stages of this revolution. We're at a pivotal moment in history, similar to the early days of the internet. And just like those who invested early in the internet reaped massive rewards, those who invest early in Bitcoin have the potential to generate life-changing wealth. But it's not just about the money. We're living in exciting times, folks. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace, and technology is driving that change. And at the forefront of this technological revolution is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is more than just a cryptocurrency. It's a movement. It's a global community of individuals who believe in a better future, a future where financial power is in the hands of the people, not the few. We're building a new financial system, a system that's more transparent, more efficient, and more accessible than anything we've ever seen before. And it all starts with Bitcoin. Now I know that change can be scary. It's easy to stick with what's familiar, even if it's not working. Let's talk about something that's close to all of our hearts: financial freedom. We all want it. The freedom to live life on our own terms, to pursue our passions, to spend time with loved ones, to not have to worry about money. But for many of us, financial freedom seems like an elusive dream. We're trapped in the rat race, working long hours, paying off debt, and struggling to make ends meet. But what if I told you that there's a way out? What if I told you that Bitcoin could be your key to financial freedom? Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. But it is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can help you build wealth, achieve financial independence, and live life on your own terms. Here's how. First, Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. We've talked about this before, but it's worth repeating. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the technical aspects of Bitcoin to its potential impact on the world. But ultimately, it comes down to this. What do you want your financial future to look like? Are you content with the status quo, with a financial system that's rigged against you, with a currency that's constantly losing value? Or do you want something different? Do you want to take control of your financial destiny and build a better future for yourself and your loved ones? If so, then Bitcoin is worth considering. It's not a magic bullet, it's not a guaranteed path to riches, but it is a powerful tool that, when used wisely, can help you achieve your financial goals. Alright, crypto fam, what do you think? Are we on the brink of a crypto explosion? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research and make sure you understand the risks involved before investing in anything. Crypto can be volatile, but it also has the potential to be incredibly rewarding. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. To the moon, or not.